Hello everybody, welcome to Why Wednesday, where we share words of wisdom. Today we're going to be talking about your imperfect situation is used to perfect you. Your imperfect situation is used to perfect you. Oftentimes we're so concerned and consumed with situations being so perfect. Everything is laid out. Everything looks good. Everything is functioning well to optimum level, on our jobs, in our homes, in our businesses, wherever we go. We're always looking for this perfection. But God, what He does, He places us in imperfect situations to allow us to function and thrive in those imperfect situations, because He's trying to perfect something in us. Not all the time is the situation an issue. The issue is, are you able to adapt and adjust to that imperfect situation, knowing that God is doing a great work in you? If He put you in that position, then I guarantee you what He is doing is He's trying to perfect you. There are some imperfections in us, but oftentimes, like I said, we want to be in a perfect environment, or we want to be in a perfect situation, not knowing that God says, I want to perfect those things that are in you that are not perfect. I want to deal with your heart. I want to deal with your mind. I want to deal with your soul realm. Because there are areas there that may not have been tapped into, may not have even been discovered, that I want to perfect you. I want to perfect you in. Sometimes in those imperfect situations, God will show us areas where we feel as though we have arrived, or we're good. Hey, I'm good. My heart is good. My mind is good. My mental health is good. Everything is lovely. But when you face with something, when something hit you, a crisis, or someone doesn't agree with you, or someone picks at you, and it's almost like you feel like you're being cornered or singled out. God said those are some areas that you had not understood or realized you still are struggling in those areas. You thought that you had mastered some things, only to find out when you put in a situation, when you put under certain conditions, it comes back up to the surface. Oh, I thought I was healed. But when I went here, when I went on this job, when I went to this particular church, when I went to this business, it pulled out of me what was in me that I thought I was healed from, I was delivered from. God places us there for a reason. It's not to hurt us, but He wants to process us. We got to go through a process, because He wants us to be made whole. Mind, body, soul, spirit. God wants us to be made whole. So in order for us to be made whole, then that which is in secret, that which is covered up, will have to be exposed. It would have to be brought to the forefront. There is nothing, in the Bible it says, there is nothing that is hidden that should not be revealed. That's not just talking biblical. It's not just talking about the word. It's talking about us. Because these treasures are in earthen vessels. The treasures that are inside of us. God wants to uncover those treasures, whether they're good, whether there's some bad things that are going on inside of us. And I won't even necessarily say bad, but there are just some things God wants to polish and refine. He just wants to bring to a place where it looks lovely and is pleasing to the eye. You know, that the aroma of that thing, when it comes up to him, it smells good. He wants to do a great work in us. He wants to bring all of this stuff up to the surface. And like I said, whether it's your gifts, whether it's your talents, whether it's those things that you put in a closet or put in the corner, or you locked away and put the key up somewhere and say, don't go there. God says, I want to unlock that place. I want to draw out of you that which is in you, that I want to refine, that I want to make new, that I want to restore, that I want to rebuild. Just like the potter, he wants to make us, shape us, mold us into what he wants us to be. And there are gifts inside of us. God said, I want to bring it to the surface. I want to bring it to the forefront where men can see, where people can see. Because a lot of times we will hide in the crowd. God said, I want to bring you to the forefront. I want to show people who I created you to be. So he will take that imperfect situation. No, it's not perfect. And then we realize, oh, I'm not perfect. So he will take an imperfect situation in order to perfect us. That imperfect situation. Oh, it hurt. It doesn't feel good, but it's an imperfect situation. He's using that thing to perfect you, to perfect me, to perfect each and every one of us. Allow God to place you in that imperfect situation. Allow him to process you. Allow him to perfect you. God wants to do that. He wants to reveal to his people who you really are. See, they don't really know who you are until you put in the fire to be refined. They don't really know who you are. God wants to reveal to your enemies, to your friends, to those who don't know you, who you really are. God will take an imperfect situation and use it to perfect you. Receive that word on today. God bless you all. This is our Wow Wednesday. I pray that this word has touched you in some way, that has encouraged you in some way to do that. Allow God to do what he does best. And watch him get the glory out of your life. All right, you all? All right now. We will be back again for another Wow Wednesday. Take care. God bless you all. Bye-bye now.